Hi everyone, in this lecture we will talk about another container that is available in standard template library. It's called a vector. So we are going to look at what is a vector. So vector is nothing, it's a dynamic array. So it's an array that can grow and shrink in size automatically depending upon the requirement. So vector is an dynamic array and it can grow and shrink according to the size. For example, if you have an array like this having the element 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you want to insert one more element, so vector can grow up to the size of its double. Let's say initial size is x. Now when you push one another element, it can grow a size up to the 2x. So it is possible that vector contain only one element or zero elements, but as you keep adding elements to vector, it will grow in size. And the one important thing is the memory it will store is continuous and linear. And now we will see how we can declare the vector class and the basic operations on the vector by code. Now we will see how we can declare a vector class and the basic operations we will perform on the vector. So let's get started. First declare the vector header file, that is hash include vector. So we can declare the vector by various ways. So let us see the different ways of the declaration of the vector. So first one is vector of data type. You wanna take, let's say, integer, character, string. In this case we will take integer, and object of the vector, that is a. And you can declare vector by this way also, vector of integer object b and 5, 10. This means there are 5 elements in the vector and each having the value 10. This type of vector will be used when we have to declare a vector of elements having the 0, or you can say array of 0 elements, or you can declare vector by vector of int c and copy the element of one vector in the second vector. Let's say we will copy vector b into the vector c by b dot begin to b dot end. Or you can declare vector like vector of int d having the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So by these way you can declare the vector, or you can declare the vector by taking the input from the user. So first we will see how we can iterate a vector. So by using the for loop, for int I equals to 0, I less than b dot size. This b dot size will gives the number of elements in the vector, and I plus plus cout v of b of I and some space, or you can iterate a vector by the help of iterators. So first change the line here, cout handle for auto it equals to, let's say we want iterate vector c, so c dot begin to until it not equals to c dot end and it plus plus, and cout asterisk of it and some space. Or one more way you can iterate the vector, and that is my favorite, by the for each loop. So how we can declare, let's see. First change the line, for auto x colon name of the vector, let's say we will iterate vector d, cout x and having some space. So now let's run this code and see the output. So there is an error. Oh, you have to use semicolon. Let's run this code. So you see, this will the vector b having 5 element and each having the value 10, and this is vector c, it will be the copy of vector b, and this will be vector d. Now we will see how we can declare a vector in which we can take input from the user. So let's see. First declare a vector of integer and object v, and take how many elements you want to take input. So int n, say in n, and traverse a loop for int I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and then take the number you wanna insert in the vector. So int value, then take the input of this value, and by the pushback function you can insert the value in the vector. So v dot pushback this value in the vector, and for printing we use for each loop. So just copy from the above. This and just change the name of this vector, that is v. Now let's run this code. Take the input, let's say we take 5 input and the elements are 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So let's run this code. So you see, this is the vector having the element 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 by the use of pushback function. But you know, this pushback function is expensive, because every time you push the element in the vector, it will double its size. Let's say you have one element, then if you want to insert one more element, it will become size 2, and if you want to insert one more element, it will become size 4. Then you will insert one more element and then if you want to insert one more element, it will become of size 8. Now we will see the comparison between vector D and vector V on the basis of its size and the capacity. Now you will see the drawback of this pushback function because it can double the size. So cout handle, change the line, and we will see the size and capacity of this vector. So cout d dot size, because in vector D we will declare the 5 element initially, but in vector V we will insert one by one, so it can double its size by the pushback. Change the line and cout d dot capacity. This capacity function will return the maximum capacity of the vector it will contain, the number of element, and the same operation we do for the vector V. Just change the name here. So let's run this code. So you see the number of elements in the vector D is 5 and the capacity of this vector is 5. But in vector V the elements are 5, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, but the capacity will be 8 because every time it will double the capacity. So this will be the drawback, it will store more memory as compared to the vector D. So that's all for this video guys. This is the basic of the vector, and in next video we will see some more operations on the vector. Till now, stay tuned. Thank you.